I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. So now we turn to Haggai. Most people pronounce it Haggai, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Haggai. So that's how I'm pronouncing it. This is chapter 1. There's only 2 chapters in this book, so very short. Remember that Haggai is prophesying about the building of the temple in the Jerusalem, rebuilding this. This is the second temple period. It is in the first return before Ezra comes in. So here we go. Haggai exhorts the people to build the temple. In the 2nd year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, and the 1st day of the month, came the word of the Lord to Haggai the prophet, unto Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Josedek, the high priest, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, This people say, The time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste? Now therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, Consider your ways. Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Consider your ways. Go up to the mountain, and bring wood, and build the house. And I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord. Ye looked for much, and lo, it came to little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why, saith the Lord of hosts? Because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man unto his own house. Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruit. And I called for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands. I like this. This is placed during the time of Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and saying, you say it's not time to build the house of the Lord, but you built your own houses. When it says sealed houses, C-I-E-L-E-D, sealed, meaning you got a ceiling on them. You put a ceiling on your houses. In other words, you've got your shelter, but you're saying it's not time to build God his house? You're putting yourself before God? And look, because of this, I've sent a drought. You don't reap, you don't have oil, you don't have wine, you don't have all this stuff. You can't even make new clothes. And all this because you are putting yourself before God. Build my house, and then I can bless you. It's kind of the same thing that in Kirtland, in the early days of the church, there were a lot of people who were complaining that Joseph Smith told them to start building the Kirtland Temple, when a lot of the immigrants coming in didn't have a house. They were sleeping in tents or sleeping outside. And Joseph Smith's answer was, it's been 1,800 years since the Lord had a house on the earth. Do you think he's waited long enough? And it's the same idea. It's the same message as Haggai here. The Lord has waited long enough. Don't waste time. Build God's house. Verse 12. Then Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua the son of Josedek. Then Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Joshua the son of Josedek, the high priest, with all the remnant of the people, obeyed the voice of the Lord their God, and the words of Haggai the prophet, as the Lord their God had sent him, and the people did fear before the Lord. Then spake Haggai the Lord's messenger, and the Lord's message unto the people, saying, I am with you, saith the Lord. And the Lord stirred up the spirit of Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, governor of Judah, and the spirit of Joshua the son of Josedek, the high priest, and the spirit of all the remnant of the people. And they came and did work in the house of the Lord of hosts their God, in the 24th day of the 6th month in the 2nd year of King Darius. The 2nd year of King Darius would be approximately the year 520, which is why most scholars place Haggai at about that time. It makes sense. So yeah, he gives this prophecy. This isn't exactly a prophecy. This is a command from God. He's like, you go out there and you do what you're supposed to do. Then I can bless you. And the people respond and they go do the work. Even though up to this point there's been a decree that the work should cease until a new decree is given. The people have been told by their prophet, get out there and work. They go to work. How many people in the modern day would do that? How many people in the modern day would respond to modern prophets? You know, even if the government issues a decree banning certain practices of the church, if the prophet told you to go out and do it anyways, would you? I think that is a good question for all of us to ask. But Zerubbabel and the Jews at this time were willing to defy the king because God commanded them to. They followed the prophet, and they are blessed for it. We leave that here, and we'll pick this up. We'll read the last chapter of Haggai next, and I believe we'll have another chapter in Ezra after that. So.